It'll keep me there. Yeah, and play it. Oh, practice. I'm not even supposed to say this because I've been reading about requirements, positive self-thought, centering.
Is this shine house you're going to be performing?
Sorry?
Is this where you're going to be
No.
performing?
It's just where we found a stand to practice real quick.
Okay.
Well, I'm supposed to be standing there.
All right. And you're going to be.
I'm free floating now. I can go wherever you need me to.
With my first song.
Well, I mean, just do you all need to be in close proximity? I would.
Does it?
It doesn't matter too much. You know, I think,
Here's the piano.
Well, I have one microphone set up over here for you.
Okay.
Because that's what I think David said he wanted to go. So
Okay.
I don't know how that's going to work.
which one is it?
He wanted me to hear my rhythm song. Probably triple. I play. That'd be good.
we're supposed to be. Yeah, we're singing.
We're all singing in different combinations.
When to move. That's kind of the deal. During this. You got board member on duty?
Yeah. Yeah. Yes, I am.
We know. We know why.
How you doing, Jeff? You gonna sing your little heart out today?
I'm gonna do my best not to sing too many notes. That's my goal.
Huh?
Eventually, Roy Person
Is he gonna play?
he's going to sing.
Oh, he's gonna sing too.
He's also playing the tuba.
Okay. Singing.
I don't know when he'll. Or just to be a different drummer. So
Well, I saw Sue, but I didn't see him. Either he is. I think he's walking. Yeah. I could.
when he's playing, he's in there until he shows.
Yeah, here he comes. He's coming. Huh?
You can exit after the announcements.
Yeah, I could go hide. I could lay down and take a nap.
I've done announcements 4 times. I haven't been on the board. When I was on the board, nobody listened to what I do. So I did it all.
Well, nobody. Yeah, we always have trouble. Good morning. I'd like to wish all the mothers here and out in online a happy Mother's Day on this spectacular day out there. My name's Eddie Chen. I'm one of your board members here at Tennessee Valley Unitarian Universalist Church, and it's my honor to welcome you here on behalf of the board and the program council. You're welcome here, whoever you are, wherever you're from, and wherever you are in your journey. If you'd like to learn a little bit more about TVUUC, you can fill out the visitor information card that's located in the back seat pocket or the pew in front of you and place it in the collection plate when it goes by. For those of you viewing online, you can go to the church website at tvuuc.org, and on the menu, select Stay in Touch and fill out the virtual visitor card. Now, regarding COVID, the good news is that the public health emergency for COVID-19 has ended as of May 11th. We'll be reviewing the current policy and protocols over the next few weeks, so stay in touch. Currently, there are no COVID-related restrictions in place at our church. Going forward, for those who might feel more comfortable, the Lizzie Crozier-French room will remain designated as a remote viewing with masks required for all those over the age of 2. As we move forward together, please remember that we are each other's keepers. If you or your family are interested in our youth religious education program, please visit our education table located in the lobby after the service. I think the only announcement we have is that next week's the last week to vote for the current, I think, what is it, Volunteer of the Month on there. There's a ballot box out in the lobby, and also you can vote online. Please join us after the service for coffee and conversation in the fellowship hall. For those of you online, you're welcome to join the Zoom coffee hour. Now, please silence your electronic devices as we enter into worship.
Good morning. And on behalf of all the musicians at the Tennessee Valley Unitarian Universalist Church, I welcome you to Music Sunday. I welcome you however you are with us today, in the sanctuary, in other areas of the church watching, and those of you who are online. So let's all turn and wave at the folks online, because you too are a blessing to us. Opening words this Music Sunday, some small quotes from various people. The first: the best music is essentially there to provide you something to face the world with. Bruce Springsteen. Music can change the world because it can change people. Bono. Music can move us to the heights or depths of emotion. It can persuade us to buy something or remind us of our first date. It can lift us out of depression when nothing else can. It can get us dancing to its beat. But the power of music goes much, much further. If indeed, music occupies more areas of our brain than language does. Humans are a musical species. Oliver Sacks, British neurologist. Music expresses feeling and thought without language. It was below and before speech, and it is above and beyond all words. Robert Ingersoll. Okay.
Please rise in body or spirit for the singing of our satisfying hymn, number 118. This little light.
Let this chalice that we light be more than itself, the sign of safety and hope in a window that it represents. Love is the spirit of this church, and service is its law, to dwell together in peace, and to seek truth in love, and to help one another. This is our great covenant. Now please join us in singing hymn 346. Come, sing a song with me.
So, our story for all ages this morning, since it's Music Sunday, are two songs. And I'm doing the first one. We all know what a lullaby is, right? It's a song that parents sing to their children to make them feel loved and safe. It's also a song that makes us feel safe, better when we're feeling angry or lonely or tired. And so adults need lullabies too. Everyone in this room, believe it or not, was once a baby and once was a little kid like you. And adults make mistakes too, have big feelings. And so this song was written by Sinead O'Connor. She grew up in Ireland in a home that had a lot of really difficult feelings. And so when she grew up and became a singer-songwriter, I think she wrote this song for the little, sad, lonely girl that she was. But it's really coming from the universal mother, that loving force that's bigger than all of us. Some experience through nature, some experience through God or Goddess, and others of us through our friends, our family, our church community, and if we're lucky, through all three of those. So this is the song. It's called This Is to Mother You. This is to mother you, to comfort you and get you through when your nights are lonely, through when your dreams are only blue. This is to mother you. This is to be with you, to hold you and to kiss you too. For when you need me, I will do what your own mother couldn't do, which is to mother you. All the pain that you have known, all the violence in your soul, all the wrong things that you have done, I will take from you when I come. All mistakes made in distress, all of your unhappiness, I will take away with my kiss. Yes, I will bring you tenderness. For child, I am so glad I found you, although my arms have always been around you. Sweet bird, although you did not see me, I saw you, and this is to mother you, to comfort you and get you through when your nights are lonely, through when your dreams are only blue. This is to mother you.
So this is to honor all those, and especially some of our youngest members, who give their time and their talent, and especially their love, to the creation and maintenance of our garden and grounds. Almost did. Whoops. Inch by inch, row by row, gonna make this garden grow. All it takes is a rake and a hoe and a piece of fertile ground. Sing along if you like. Inch by inch, row by row, someone bless these seeds I sow. Someone warm them from below till the rain comes tumbling down. Pulling weeds and picking stones, we are made of dreams and bones. Feel the need to grow my own, 'cause the time is close at hand. Grain for grain, sun and rain, find my way in nature's shade. To my body and my brain, to the music from the land. Inch by inch, row by row, gonna make this garden grow. All it takes is a rake and a hoe and a piece of fertile ground. Inch by inch, row by row, someone bless these seeds I sow. Someone warm them from below till the rain comes tumbling down. Plant your rows straight and long, temper them with prayer and song. Mother Earth will make you strong if you give her love and care. Old crow watching hungrily from his perch in yonder tree. In my garden I'm as free as that feather thief up there. Inch by inch, row by row, gonna make this garden grow. All it takes is a rake and a hoe and a piece of fertile ground. Inch by inch, row by row, someone bless these seeds I sow. Someone warm them from below till the rain comes tumbling down.
For this choral piece of the Golden Cloud, I like to think of it as a metaphor for the experience of music. It tells the story of a cloud passing over a mountain and spending some time on it and then leaving. And that there's this trace of humidity left by the clouds passing, and the mountain thinks back on that experience and wonders at what it was like. And so music comes to us, passes over us, it leaves a shadow and a memory in our minds of experience that we can then look back on and wonder and enjoy.
Good morning. My name is Wendy Sire, and today it's my honor to announce the April Volunteer of the Month. It would have been announced last week, but both winners were unavailable last week. Yes, I did say both winners. This time there was a tie, and I was so excited to learn that the rules allow us to recognize both of them, as they have both been heroes of mine for many years. So, we want to say congratulations to both David Massey and Carolyn Rogers. Come and join me up here. David, where are you? We'll start with some gifts. This is personal for me, I must admit. Okay, we have for you some beautiful bags and a certificate. As Volunteer of the Month, April 2023, David Massey. And a bag of other goodies. I won't go through the whole thing here. Volunteer of the Month, April 2023, Carolyn Rogers. David is someone who is quick to recognize a need and then not give up until he has found a solution. Years ago, David and I got to know a young teen who came to this church with Family Promise and then got involved in the Spectrum Cafe, an LGBTQ youth group here that David had organized. When this teen was removed from their parents' home, a quick solution needed to be found. And David somehow managed to convince me and Dick to become unofficial foster parents until other solutions were found. It was a tremendous challenge, if you remember, to find a more long-term living arrangement for this teen, but David continued to work really hard, organizing a whole team of people over many months to find some solutions. More recently, he has been part of the church refugee support team. When the Congolese family that we're assisting was told on April 1st of this year that they must vacate their house within 30 days, David again flew into action and managed to locate a new home for them within 2 weeks, making daily calls and visits to the old landlord and the new one to make things happen. The family hasn't moved yet, but they hope to in a couple of weeks. These are only 2 examples of David's involvement with the church. He's currently chair of the endowment committee and a member of the spiritual care team. Those are the people, the volunteers who answer the pastoral care phone line, if you haven't been aware of that, and are trained to respond to cares and concerns. Most of you know Carolyn Rogers and have seen and heard her sing and play music for the Sunday services, like today, not only in the choir, but also in smaller groups, like the one with Paul and Denise just sang, and sometimes with other church members. I, for one, especially appreciated the music that they provided almost every week for the online services during the COVID shutdown. But you may not know that all that Carolyn does behind the scenes. For one, she has long been a driving force behind the formation and organization of the spiritual care team that I just mentioned. Carolyn is someone I turn to each week to find out who might appreciate a card from the caring table. In her gentle way, she provides a truly passionate and sympathetic ear to all who need one, and like David, will persist in seeking assistance for others. You also may not realize that Carolyn is involved in the management and use of the TVUC Memorial Garden, and somehow finds time to devote to LGBTQ activism and activities. And I'll add that I have fond memories of the delicious Wednesday evening fellowship meals she and Ellen and Moore prepared for years. 12 years, she says. As well she knows. I don't have time to tell you all the contributions made by David and Carolyn, but I'm sure that there are many I haven't discovered yet. Thank you to both of you for caring so deeply for others and for setting such a great example for the rest of us. Carolyn's going to say something, I think.
So, thank you. It's hard to know what to say because I know you believe it, but I'm really an introvert. I've thought about it a lot since Casey called me last week, and I'm honored. And it was an honor to be asked in the fall of 2008 to be the facilitator for the lay ministry team, which is now called Spiritual Care Team. And over these 15 years, many of you have honored me with your trust, and many of you have honored me by listening to me, too. So please know that I am committed to deepening my listening skills, because I just found this quote by Thich Nhat Hanh, which I love. Compassionate listening brings about healing. And now I will put in a plug for the July 9th service that the spiritual care team is going to do, and you could come and learn more about the spiritual care team. Thanks again.
I did not prepare such remarks. You know, it's, I guess the people that have been honored so far include Elnora and Barbara Lamb and Bob Gremick. And so to be in that hallowed hall of fame is indeed an honor, and especially to be honored with Carolyn, who was a dear friend. But as I look around this congregation, I see many, many, many people who have volunteered every day, every week, every month for years and years. And so it will take a very long time on a volunteer of the month basis for all of you to be honored. And so thank you for your trust in me, but also for your devotion to this congregation. Thank you so much. So I am a member of the spiritual care team, and among other things, we answer TVUUC's pastoral care line during the day and early evening, 7 days a week, and respond to phone messages as soon as we hear them. The number, 865-297-3155, is in your order of service and in the weekly newsletter. Please call anytime if you would like to share something on your mind or in your heart. These calls are confidential, even within the spiritual care team. This is also the number to call if you wish to have a joy or concern shared with the congregation on Sunday morning or in the newsletter. Today, as on the second Sunday of every month, the spiritual care team offers listening booths in locations around the church. This is an opportunity to sit down with a member of the spiritual care team to share something weighing on your mind or filling your heart. Mike Matfee and Carolyn Rogers will be at the booths following the service. They are ready, willing, and able to give you their undivided attention. After the service today and every Sunday, please stop by the caring table in the Greg McKendry Fellowship Hall to add your name to messages of support that will be mailed to those in need of our good wishes. Thanks to Stephanie C., who is volunteering at that table this morning. This is a welcoming community where we find connection, a spiritual community where we find meaning, a sharing community where our joys are amplified, a caring community where our sorrows are lessened. So let us take this moment to reflect on our joys and sorrows and acknowledge the mutual support of our community. This morning, we are mindful of a concern and a corresponding joy. The concern is the rising tide of gun violence in this country. The joy is that the Knoxville youth are speaking out on this issue. The Knoxville Mayor's Youth Council is presenting their first resolution at City Council this Tuesday, May 16th at 6 p.m. They are asking that our City Council recognize gun violence as a particular threat to young people and that Council request state legislators to pass stronger order of protection laws regarding firearms. Youth Council members who will speak include Owen Davis, son of Assistant DA Director Miriam Davis and Richard Davis. You may wish to attend the meeting. In fact, they ask that we attend the meeting in solidarity with our youth. Our congregation historically has hosted Medic Regional Blood Center here on church grounds to make it easy for members to give much needed blood to those in need. But not all of our members have been able to donate their blood due to a long-standing, nonsensical, discriminatory, and literally homophobic prohibition against accepting blood from gay and bisexual men. But this week, the Food and Drug Administration finally ended this practice. A new questionnaire about recent sexual activity will apply to everyone equally. Although there is still some controversy about FDA's decision not to accept blood from anyone taking an HIV preventive medication, the decision is still good news, a joy for all of us, and especially for those of us who for years have wanted to contribute blood but could not. Turning now to individual joys and concerns, we recently heard from longtime member Harry Wiersma, who grew up in this church. He joins us online every week, along with many others. Join me in welcoming Harry and other online friends who are with us here today. As expected, Steve Krause is back home after being discharged from a rehab facility. His wife, Carol Krause, reports that Steve is making progress on what may be a long road to recovery. Finally, we have a special guest dancer here today, Elier Estrada Hirault, who is a sophomore at West High School. He is joined, by the way, by his high school friend, Misael. Elier emigrated to Knoxville from Cuba just last October. He studied from the age of 8 to 16 at the, he studied from the age of 8 to 16 at the Cuban National Dance School in Cuba and he wants to be a professional dancer. Elier is here with his mother, Eudenia, and his father, Ernesto, in the back there with Bob Grimmick. Let's turn to our guests from Cuba and wish them a big buenos dias. Buenos dias. Buenos dias. Also, after today's service, Elier will give another dance performance in the fellowship hall, a suite of his favorite dances dedicated to all of the mothers in our audience today. Feliz Dia de las Madres. Finally, for all these joys and concerns that are spoken as well as those that are unknown or unspoken, we send our love and light out into the world.
To heal you, to hold
Your brain and singing. Your brain and singing. Why singing in a choir makes you happier? Any of us who have sung in choirs know all too well the joy it brings, not just the audiences, we hope, but also the choir members themselves. And why wouldn't it? When we raise our voices with lots of other gorgeous voices in a big, beautiful space, it feels like we're altering molecules. The power, the mojo that this relatively small time commitment offers. How is it possible? Well, according to various scientific reports, we are altering molecules inside our brains, with different changes occurring whether listening to music, singing, or singing with others. In Stacey Horn's wonderful book, Imperfect Harmony, we get a first-hand account of how music uplifts and empowers with various scientifically cited evidence. So, what is that evidence? Well, first of all, choirs are known for singing about somber topics, including death. Requiem masses by Mozart, Haydn, Verdi, and Berlioz are extremely popular selections for choirs worldwide. Yet even though the content isn't necessarily joyful or soothing, endorphins, hormones produced by the central nervous system, release and interact with opiate receptors in the brain, diminishing pain and triggering an almost analgesic feeling in the body. Our brains get an endorphin rush. Singing, both listening to it and doing it, can also release dopamine, a chemical that works to help regulate the brain's pleasure and reward centers. Music has also been found to release serotonin, a neurotransmitter that helps regulate our moods, our social behaviors, and appetite. Other studies have shown that cortisol levels can be lower when listening to music and singing. And Oliver Sacks mentions that music can lift us out of depression or move us to tears. It's a remedy, a tonic, orange juice for the ear. But for many of my neurological patients, he says, music is even more. It can provide access, even when no medication can, to movement, to speech, to life. For them, music is not a luxury, but a necessity. Other forms of happiness await us via singing as we age. Neuroscientists have shown that musical memories engage broader neural pathways than other types of memories. That's why hearing an old song can flood somebody with very specific emotions and visual clues. But the most remarkable phenomenon that a choir vocalist experiences are the many take your breath away moments that come as a result of being one of many voices coming together in harmony. I'm sure many of you have had your own version of these types of experiences. Goosebumps on your arms, hair standing up on the back of your neck, bursting into tears. Yes, that's happened a time or two in our choir. Singing, it turns out, the singing in a choir, as opposed to simply listening to choral music, increases antibodies in saliva that help immune function and other positive responses. So, please, sing. Sing a song. Sing out loud. Sing out strong. And that moves us to our next hymn.
Let us rise in body or spirit to sing. Now let us sing. Number 368 in your hymnal. Now let us sing.
service that David and the choir and our other musicians have put together. I think they really deserve a round of applause right now. So my name is Claudia Presley. I'm the Director of Finance and Operations here. Today is a Share the Plate Sunday. Barbara Taylor asked me to be brief. My husband will tell you I may be short, but as a Southerner, I'm hardly ever brief. However, today, for Barbara, I will be. Share the Plate Sunday means half of anything that you give that is not marked as a pledge goes to the Share the Plate organization, which today is Justice Knox. Easiest ways to give: if you're in the congregation, check or cash in the offering baskets, credit cards, debit cards on the giving kiosk out in the lobby. If you're watching online, text give to the number 73256, type in TV, UUC, and the amount that you would like to give, or there should be a give button or a give bar on your screen if you're watching online. So hopefully brief enough. Barbara, come tell us about Justice Knox now.
Justice Knox, TVUUC, is part of a consortium of 22 and rising number of congregations in the Knoxville, Knox County area who are working towards acts of justice by first finding out what's bothering people, second, deciding which things to research and try to get action on that year, doing the research, presenting it, and then asking the people in power, both elected or appointed, to do certain things in response to that knowledge. That's it. It sounds easy. It takes a long time, sometimes many years of going back and asking again. A little differently maybe, but asking and keep on asking until change occurs. Please help us out with that project. Thank you.
So on December 7th, 1972, a member of the Apollo 17 moon mission took what has become an iconic picture of the Earth in space. To a lot of us, this was a graphic representation of our place in the universe, and consequently, our responsibility to the Earth and to each other. It's not too good of a tune. Go with it.
From a distance, the world looks blue and green, and the snow-capped mountains white. From a distance, the ocean meets the stream, and the eagle takes to flight. From a distance, there is harmony, and it echoes through the land. It's the voice of hope, it's the voice of peace, it's the voice of everyone. From a distance, we all have enough, and no one is in need. And there are no guns, no bombs, and no disease, no hungry mouths to feed. From a distance, we are instruments marching in distance, you look like my friend, even though we are at war. From a distance, I just cannot comprehend what all this fighting is for. From a distance, there is harmony, and it echoes through the land. It's the hope of hopes, it's the love of loves, it's the heart of everyone. God is watching us, God is watching us, God is watching us from a distance. You are the hope of hopes, you are the love of loves. This is the song for everyone. Ooh, from a distance. Ooh.
please join in singing Shabbat Shalom from your hymnal. And number 214.
closing words, a benediction based on Isaiah 61. Let us go out into the world singing. Let us go out into the world singing songs that proclaim liberty, songs that turn ashes into garlands, songs that bind up the afflicted and those who mourn, songs that, like oaks, have roots that go deep and stand strong. Let us go out into the world singing. We know these songs. They vibrate through time in our very souls. They are the songs that give us life. They are the songs that give us meaning. They are the songs that give us purpose. Now it is our turn to take these life-giving songs out into the world. Let us go now, singing these songs with voices deep and strong, and may the world join us in praise and in celebration and in love. Amen. For your last act of worship, please greet your neighbors and then later join us for coffee.
I can see clearly now, the rain is gone. I can see all obstacles in my way. Gone are the dark clouds that had me down. It's gonna be a bright, bright, sunshiny day. It's gonna be a bright, bright, sunshiny day. Oh yes, I can make it now, the pain is gone. All of the bad feelings have disappeared. Here is that rainbow I've been praying for. It's gonna be a bright, 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 sunshiny day. It's gonna be a bright, 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 sunshiny day. Look all around, there's nothing but blue skies. Look straight ahead, there's nothing but blue skies. I can see clearly now, the rain is gone. I can see all obstacles in my way.
nothing but blue